G'day, it's Jason from Coastal Asbestos, a Gold Coast #1 asbestos removal company. Today I'm going to talk about a job that we did. It's an important job because most of the stuff that you read online says that asbestos was mainly used in the 1940s, and we previously held that belief because that's what the literature said. But recently we've did a job in a house in Brisbane, in inner city Brisbane. The house was said to be about 130 years old, and it had an asbestos ceiling. We were pretty surprised at the start of the project. We're not surprised that there was an asbestos ceiling, but I was surprised to find that it was the original ceiling in the home. You know, I would have put money on that there was an asbestos ceiling and then they dropped down, because a lot of those old houses had 14-foot ceilings, and just through the passage of time, maybe they just decided to modern it up or change it or whatever and bring those ceilings down. And it's not uncommon to see an asbestos ceiling and then a gyprock ceiling, or even just another asbestos ceiling under it, because they might have used low density board or something that they could set and make it look smooth. You know, a lot of reasons why asbestos is removed or covered up or sheeted over is to freshen up a building or modernise it. But this was definitely, without a doubt, the original ceiling from the home. Now, this ceiling had so much dust in it, there was probably, we estimated, probably a good 150 mil of dust in the ceiling. A massive job by our crew to remove that dust in a way, and that was house dust. We're not talking about asbestos dust here, this is house dust. When we're pulling out a ceiling, one of the biggest things that we have to deal with is house dust, insulation. Bats are okay, but cool and cozy is just another whole level of drama. Now, you can't just walk into an old building like this and just drop the ceilings and have dust fill the whole place. So the methodology that we used was, we decided with a team meeting with the A team and with our leadership group, we went to the house and we formulated a plan where we put some protections on the walls to make sure that any dust that come down just didn't stick to the walls, because this stuff's 130 years old and there was a hell of a lot of it. And it was like this dark dust. So we put protection on the walls, we put protection on the ceilings, and we sectioned the house into 4 sections. So we went through and removed it room by room by room. Instead of having a big crew and getting in and getting on top of it and going through the job, we decided the best thing to do would just be to minimize the spread of this house dust, because there was so much of it, and just go from room to room to room. Now, each room was sealed off and we used a negative air unit, which would catch any dust that was in the air. So it was more of a job about containing the dust than it was from the asbestos dust. Because remember that asbestos sheeting, and this was bonded material, we'll go through that in another video, is around 10% asbestos. So it's not pure asbestos, it's not totally asbestos, it's sand, cement, water and asbestos shards. So it's more like breaking a chocolate chip cookie and seeing those like, you're not going to see them, they're not that big, but that's what I want you to get in your mind. So our job is to make sure there is no dust. So one of the things that we say amongst ourselves is no dust, no dramas. Our job is to make sure that there's that forensic clean, and that when you go to your home, it is safe for your family to enter or safe for other tradesmen to enter. But every time somebody sees dust, they go straight to asbestos stuff, which is fine. And that's our job, to make sure that people feel safe as well. We can tell you it's safe, but we need you to feel safe. So this job was a painstaking process. It took us about a month to slowly go through, section off, negative air, clean all the dust out, next room, next room, next room, next room. And there's some of the things that we have to go to, the lengths that we'll go to make sure that your job is done properly. You know, that took a lot of experience and thousands of dollars of specialty equipment to to be able to pull that off. So you can be assured when you come and see us that we can pretty much handle any job that you want. You know, we've done some really innovative stuff in the past, and it's something we thrive on. I'm a real problem solver, and I enjoy that sort of the variation, and so do our men. They love it when I say, come on boys, we've got a new job, I've come up with this system and some ideas. So I'll put some pictures up of the job so you can get some sort of idea of what we're talking about. It's a heritage listed home, beautiful wall paneling everywhere, beautiful timber floors. Nearly every window in the whole place was stained glass, and everything was just immaculate. And I believe we handed the house back better than when we got there. So I'll put some photos up. So just the point of this video was pretty much to say, you always have to check, never just assume. You know, if you see cement-based sheeting in any building, you know, even if it's 130 years old, you must get it checked. Don't start this whole, oh no, it can't be asbestos. Oh no, somebody said this, somebody said that. The price of costing is zero. It's not even calculable as a percentage, pretty much, compared to the price of this job specifically. So that's a wrap for this video today. Asbestos can be anywhere in any age building, especially anything before 1990. So if you like this video, we've got plenty more over at our YouTube channel. We're going to crack over 200 by the end of this month, making us the world's biggest resource of asbestos awareness videos on YouTube. So there's a hell of a lot of information in there. Some of it goes for a while, some of them are just short ones, but it's all about asbestos awareness, and I think it brings heaps of value to anyone who is interested in asbestos or going to be renovating. So that's it for me today. It's Jason from Coastal Asbestos. See ya.